Hi, everybody. This is Silvio Canto in Dallas, Texas on Tuesday, October the 23rd, and welcome to our video commentary. Well, we have written several things about the election in Brazil. We've also done some videos. We've done some podcasts about it. And the election is on Sunday. And by all indications, Mr. Bolsonaro is going to be the next president of Brazil. This is what the polling data is indicating. Now, as you know, I'm always skeptical of polling data. You have to look at more than one poll. You got to look at a tendency of polls. But it sure looks to me from up here that Mr. Bolsonaro is going to be the next president of Brazil. Now, why is this happening? Why is this man gaining so much popularity and gaining so much support? I have a post coming out on Wednesday morning where I talk a little bit about in more detail about what is happening. But I actually think there's three reasons why he's doing so well, and three reasons that I believe are motivating the change in Brazil. And the common denominator between the three of these reasons is change. I think there's a yearning for change in Brazil. Now, the three reasons that I believe are driving this campaign: number one, the corruption. The corruption in Brazil, what we would like to refer to in the United States as crony capitalism, which is a corrupt relationship between the big companies, the big government, and the big labor unions, and they basically create a situation that is favorable to all three. And then the small business people basically get left behind because they cannot hire the lawyers to understand all of the things happening. That's what we call crony capitalism in the United States, and that's something that is apparently quite prevalent in Brazil. By the way, just a quick note. Crony capitalism does not mean that you are against capitalism. I want to make sure that's clear, because I'm a 100% capitalist, but I believe in a free market, and I believe in a free and open capitalist system. And what crony capitalism does is that the government chooses what industries are going to succeed. That's crony capitalism, and that's obviously not the kind of capitalism that I support. I support a free market capitalist system. That's what I believe. So number one is the corruption. Number two is the violence. And this is something that, I am learning more and more as I talk to more Brazilians up here in Texas. You talk about, there's a lady who I was talking to recently who talks about many mothers in Brazil are concerned about the safety of their children going to school. Well, that's something that you cannot have a civil society when there's that much violence. And I think the third factor is a little bit of a combination of all of them, and that is that the Brazilian economy is not expanding the way that it should. I mean, look, Brazil has the 8th largest GDP in the world. So Brazil, when the economy of Brazil is not growing, that has a big impact in South America and in the entire world, to say the least. So I think these are the three factors that motivate this change that so many Brazilians want to see happen in their country. Now, I cannot vote in Brazil, of course, but if I was in Brazil and if I was a Brazilian citizen, I would vote for Bolsonaro. I think he is, in fact, the future, or his ideas are a lot more interesting for the future of Brazil than going back to the Lula days of more socialism and more government or whatever. That has not worked, as we've learned in Brazil. Again, the election is on Sunday. We will see how the numbers come out. But by all indications, what everybody's saying is that Bolsonaro is going to be the next president of Brazil. And that's going to shake things up a little bit, not just in Brazil, but I think in many of the adjoining countries in South America who are going to see this as a sign of maybe change in their own countries. Well, thank you for watching. We have all of these videos on YouTube. We have them on my Twitter, and we have them on my blog. And if October 23rd is your birthday, happy birthday. Bye-bye, everybody.